For viewers watching this, getting to know you for the very first time, what is your screen name on Instagram?
Okay, my screen name is Kiko Blac, KIKO BLAC.
Now, what's your stance on direct messages?
Um,
Do you welcome them? Do you want them? Do you like them?
Honestly, I welcome them, especially if I post something on my story with that needs a response, like, hey, what should I watch tonight? I'm always into getting to know people and seeing what type of animes they like, because if we like the same things in common, they can give me some recommendations or whatever. I even have had DMs and they were like, oh, are you on a game? And I'll be like, yeah, here's my PSN and we'll play or whatever. I'm welcome to it as long as it's not creepy, I'm a normal person, you're a normal person. Let's just kick it, chit chat.
Now, how often do you check them?
Say maybe once or twice a week.
Has it replaced emails?
Yeah, 50-50.
What about text messages?
No.
Do you read all your DM requests?
I'll try to.
And how do you categorize them? Because there's a primary category, a general, and then, of course, the requests.
Okay, so, the requests, they just got to be there until they're accepted. The general is business opportunities, if they're not, taken serious yet. Once they're taken serious, priority. And then, not even, little conversations. If we had little conversations, but we ain't share PSNs or something, we're not, on that level yet, then it might be in general. But then, my close friends in the primary and tea and all that good stuff.
Any direct message tricks or hacks?
What do you mean as far as hacks?
Like being able to read a DM in its entirety from someone in your priority or general category on your end, but it's still marked as unread on their end.
No, but do you got that hack? Do you know how to do that?
I personally will leave myself out of this conversation because it's all about you.
Well, no, I wish I knew how to do that. No, I don't know any specific hacks. Honestly, every time Instagram updates, me and my homegirls was like, okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? We're trying to keep up with it, but shit's evolving.
But sounds like that's a hack you would be interested in. If you were able to read the entire message, not the little sneak preview,
Yeah.
without letting them know that you read it.
I feel like having your notifications on, maybe your DM notifications, and it'll pop up on your screen, and maybe you'll be able to see the whole thing. But other than that, I don't know no hacks. Look, if I seen it, I seen it.
Now, best DM you ever received?
I can't say the best, but I can say the type of DMs that really do make me happy. Okay, so I'll get DMs paragraphs and be like, hey, I see you working on your music, or hey, I've been following you since 2015 and I see the elevation. And I really, 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 really be appreciating those type of DMs, because they're just you never know what someone's going through. That's why I'm letting you be aware. We're all going through things, but I really, really appreciate those type of DMs.
Now, speaking of creeps, creepiest DM you ever received?
Always the dick pics. Always.
Okay, now when it comes to these type of photos, why do guys, and from a female perspective, send this stuff? Is it because it has worked on females before, so they feel like it could work on the next female, or?
No, well, they got the wrong bitch right idea, because it ain't working on me. Yes.
Have you ever been scammed through a direct message before?
No. Luckily, knock on wood, wherever I can find wood, that does not happen. I really am very wary to those type of scam DMs, because I see it literally happen to everyone.
Now, does it really go, quote, down in the DM as Yo Gotti raps?
Always.
Have you ever dated someone that began with a DM you received?
Yes.
Longest relationship you were in that began from a DM? rough estimate?
I'll say like a year and some change. I like to meet people organically, like, real life.
What's your opinion on meeting people through direct message?
I don't mind meeting people through direct message, but I'm really like I wouldn't say a scary person. I'm very untrustworthy. Like, I don't trust people. And like, I have to, if my friend validates you, like I'll have to call someone and be like, hey, do you know this person? Da-da-da-da, what's the tea? Because I don't like going, it's just, it's scary out here. Ted Bundy, these people are crazy. And I'm not trying to be the next victim. So, like I said, I have to like literally like get a phone call like, hey, this person, da-da-da-da. But I don't mind responding to the DM, if that's what happens.
Now, would you consider, for lack of a better phrase, meeting someone romantically, however way you want to phrase it, through a DM, would you consider that online dating? Would that fit in that category there?
I mean, it kind of could be, but no, not really. I feel like online dating is like really like Tinder, blackpeoplemeet.com, those type of things. I think Instagram is still more of like social media, and then when it goes down in the DMs, stuff like that, that's more so flirting, not dating.
Okay, do you think the best relationships you ever had, just thinking back in all the relationships you've ever been in, were people you met organically in person
Yes,
or
100%.
through social media?
100% organically in person.
Why do you think that is?
I think that is because mainly the two relationships I'm thinking about, they didn't even have social media. So they didn't even like really understand like my Instagram and like what I had going on. Like, oh babe, I need you to take a picture of me every single day. Like they didn't really care for that whole thing. So it wasn't like, I don't know, dating someone who never had an Instagram is different. It's lovely.
Best pickup line in your DMs you ever saw?
Let me think. What's your Cash App?
And what's the most someone ever sent?
Off of Instagram?
Yeah, using that line. Or maybe that person in particular that used that line.
Maybe like 5. Nothing over a band. Because, they still like maybe regular jobs and stuff like that.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, worst pickup line in your DMs you ever saw?
The dick pic. Like, am I supposed to respond to that? I be looking like, what do they want from me? Like, what am I supposed to... Ooh, baby, that's so nice. Like, no.
And speaking of those D pics one more time, do you think those are real pics? Or do you think they're borrowing the pic or using someone else's pic?
I will say, though, okay, because I look. I'm not going to lie, I look. And for the most part, the dick pics in my DMs be recurring. So I be looking, and I be like, okay, it might be the same. So I think for the most part, they be the same. They're sending me someone else's dick. I'm really, like, that's crazy. I'm already mad you're sending it in the first place.
Okay. Now, what are the rules, etiquette, guidelines, do's and don'ts before someone jumps in your DM for whatever reason?
If it's a business opportunity, like be professional, say what you want, like, just come in detail what you want. Just don't say, hey, I want to book you, because, like, I'm not responding to that. Now you're going to have to email me. When it comes to, like, if you're trying to, like, just, get to know me, you feel like we got something in common, like, you want to talk about One Piece, you want to talk about Naruto, whatever you want to do, you can send me a funny, is it GIF or GIF? Whatever. A funny Jiffy. And, we can just talk. I'm not really, like, I'm not stuck up how people would assume, most Instagram girls are. I want to know what was your favorite part in, anime. Like, in certain animes, I want to know that type of stuff because we have so many different opinions, and I love that shit.
Are there any other rules for you? Etiquette, guidelines, do's and don'ts aside from that?
Don't call me on Instagram, and don't, like, go crazy in the DMs. Like, don't, like, back to back to back to back to back. Because I am busy, and I really, really do be trying to, like, respond to shit. But I barely be responding to my damn text messages sometimes. Like, don't be like, hey, you still there, you still there, you still there, because now I'm going to block you. Like, I'm trying to be friendly. Like, I'm trying to be cool. We can be cool. But when they start, like, it be annoying.
And another question about those D pics.
Mm-hmm.
What is your judgment or assessment when you see one of those pics in the sense of if they're willing to send you this pic without knowing you from a can of paint, for lack of a better phrase,
Mm-hmm.
how exclusive are they? How exclusive is that? Do you ever think about that? Okay, if you're sending this to me, how many other people are you sending this to?
Yeah, but I already think of them. They're just little sluts. They're just out here just slanging the D through the DMs.
And winding down here, when it comes to your DMs, are you a screenshotter?
100%.
So
I
you,
have the screenshots. You might have unsent it, and I might not have read it, but it's screenshotted.
so you are a receipt keeper.
I am.
And does anyone else have access to your DMs aside from yourself?
Oh, no. No one else. It's always going to be me.
Even when you've been in past relationships?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, always me. In a relationship, they do not have access to my Instagram. That's none of their business. This was a business before you.
And anything else you want to mention about direct messages or question you weren't asked? People want to know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I really don't mind getting the DMs. Like, I literally welcome the DMs. You can talk to me about anything. You can talk to me about, if you're going through depression, I'll send you, little words of encouragement if I can. And, like, if you want to talk to me about anime, I really love that shit. Like, please DM me if you want to talk about that or any new games coming up. I'm really with that. Like, I'm really friendly, but just don't be weird, Don't be weird, y'all. Like,